this is how I'm gonna become a billionaire one day. As you guys know, I always talk about never starting a business from scratch. Always buy an existing business. Like the business I bought at Marietta Trophy. If you watch that video right here, you'll see all about it. However, I made some of the most amount of money I ever made from starting businesses from scratch. Now I have a very special, unique way I do this. It's very risky and you gotta do it right. If you don't do it the way I do it, you're probably gonna lose all your money. I've made tons of money on businesses I started from scratch, such as Bury the Hatchet and Goldmax, where you've seen videos on those. I also have made tons of money on businesses like Beanie Baby business, sports cards business, the Sipping Plant, escape rooms, upcoming Putt Nation. You're gonna see all those videos and much more. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos, because I'm gonna break down the numbers and show you how I did it. So the main question I get asked all the time, how do I come up with all these ideas? And how do I figure out that they're gonna make a lot of money or if they're not? Well, guess what? Should I tell them?
I think you should tell them.
You think I should tell them?
We gotta change the fucking video.
So I have many ways that I come up with these crazy ideas. Some of them end up being super crazy, some of them not so crazy. I go to all these different trade shows. Like for instance, I'm big into entertainment now, so I go to the IAAPA show every single year in Orlando. I come up with crazy, wild ideas that I take and use in new businesses. On top of the ideas that I see, sometimes I just make them a little bit different, make them my own, and I come up with different ideas from there. I actually just came back from an entertainment trade show last week. This is what it looks like. All right guys, we just got to Orlando. We took like a wrong turn. Delayed about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, but we're finally here. IAAPA, Orlando, Orange County Convention Center. Let's check out to see what they got. So you want to see who's with us today? Check out the gang, come here. We got Nathan over here. We got Shema. We got Bamboo. We're checking this place out, scooping it out. We got Mugs too. That's alright.
Mugs.
That's our crew, man. Event. It was a very successful event. We found lots of cool shit. I can't wait to put some of this stuff into action, open some new locations in 2023. It's gonna be like wild, so you'll see when we start opening them up. Another thing I do is tons of Google searches. I just sit on the computer all day and search all kinds of stuff. I type in, what kind of hot fads are there now? What are hot in the United States? What's hot in Georgia? What's hot in California? What's hot in other countries? I don't care. I just try to check. And then from those Google searches, I find other Google searches. And then sometimes it just takes me like in a chain of all kinds of Google searches, and I just make a spreadsheet of every single thing I see, and I search and I figure out which ones I want to investigate even more. Another big way I figure out what I want to start is I look on Groupon. Groupon has every single thing that's kind of neat and hot in entertainment, and really other stuff if you don't like entertainment. And I could look and see how many tickets they've sold for all these different venues. Now, I check every single state, every single country, because everybody has different things. It's crazy how there's something that's very hot in one part of the country or in another country, but it's never gotten to where I'm at. And you know what? Some of these people don't realize that they could open up tons of locations. They're just happy and content with that one location. But you know what? I wanna find out what's hot and bring it everywhere. The next thing I do is I check with my network of people. It's very important that you build a great network of other people that are like-minded that wanna make a lot of money like you. So I already have this network. I have people in all over the country. I have people in New Jersey, in New York, in California, in Chicago, in Texas, you name it, I got people everywhere. And what they do is they come up with stuff and they try that stuff, and if it works, they show it to me, and I do the same thing. I start all kinds of crazy stuff, and if it works, I show it to them. So when I start one location here, if it works, we blow it up all over the country, and they do the same thing with me. So because we have this great network of people, we just basically take each other's ideas and blow it up. Another thing I do when I have extra time is I just drive around town, literally. I'll just drive around all kinds of cities and just check out all the shopping centers and see what kind of cool locations I see. I've seen some crazy unique businesses, and you know what? If it sounds really something that could do well, I'll go back when they're open and check it out. Sometimes I'll buy tickets, sometimes I'll buy their product, sometimes I'll buy their service, and just see, do I think this is something that can make a lot of money? Then I'll go talk to the owners, I'll talk to the workers, and that's how this all comes about. And then besides just driving in my cities, anytime I'm traveling, anytime, it doesn't matter where I'm at, I could be in another city, another state, another country, I'm always driving around just to see what locations are around and what businesses I see that I've never seen before, and just to see if it's something that I think can make a lot of money and it sounds interesting and fun. And this brings me to another one of my crazy things I do, just to find, I'll literally, after I Google some stuff and see some really cool ideas, and I check out all the pictures online, I'll travel. I traveled to Canada, I've traveled to Europe, I've traveled to Asia, I've traveled all over the place to actually see the stuff in person. Because sometimes it looks really good online, but until you see it in person, you just don't know. And vice versa, sometimes it looks stupid online, but when I go there, it's a lot cooler. And a lot of these people that have these businesses don't expect to grow them, don't want to take them to other places. But that's what I'm there for. Once I see something good, I take it all over the place. Just because it's good in one country doesn't mean it can't be good everywhere. Like, I've literally found a lot of businesses just by traveling. I just went through all these different ways I come up with all these new crazy ideas. Now, how much do you think you could actually make off them is probably what you're thinking. Well, if you watched my video on Goldmax, you saw that I made over $100 million on that business. If you watched my video on Bury the Hatchet, you'll see that I made millions and millions and millions of dollars. There's some of these businesses I've made tens of millions of dollars with. There's some I only made a few million dollars with. But then there's some where I made over $100 million with. So the amount of money you can make is just off the chart. There's no amount that's capped. You can make unlimited amounts of money doing these things. So if you want to see the day that I actually hit that billionaire mark, you better like, subscribe, comment on other videos you want to see me make, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.